extensively about stamping out domestic violence and misogyny and gender-related violence. And we've discussed the fact that domestic abuse is endemic in our society. And so these amendments would actually hand very important tools to the people who actually do try to do this, to the arsenal in that fight. Amendment 164 requires the monitoring and the rehabilitation of serial domestic abusers and stalkers. And I think that's an important requirement. It does mean that they're treated alongside other violent and sexual offenders. And the multi-agency public protection arrangements, MAPA, are about protecting society as a whole and protecting individuals against the most dangerous and most sinister people in our society. The Noble Lord Hunt used he used the phrase change the culture, and actually changing culture is incredibly difficult. It takes a huge amount of work, but that's the only way that we have to actually make a difference in this, and we have to change the culture. And the Noble Lady, Lady Bertin, used a very good phrase about professional curiosity, and I will come on to that in the next set of amendments, but that is something we should encourage people to do, so that people actually do spot exactly what's happening, because so often people feel that they shouldn't get engaged because it's personal and involves people's privacy. But these arrangements, the MAPA, would bring together the police, probation and prison services and draw on support and cooperation from social services, health, youth offending teams, Job Centre Plus, local housing and education authorities, and it would also take the responsibility off the victim for reporting it themselves, and I think that's a crucial element. MAPA is a ready-made system. With this domestic abuse bill, we recognise that as a society we have failed to treat domestic abuse as the serious and grave offence that it is, and so an update of MAPA would be perfect. MAPA Plus, a natural extension of MAPA. And then we can recognise domestic abusers as dangerous people who need that level of intervention and coordination. And this is absolutely essential if we're going to stamp out domestic abuse and misogyny in the way that any civilised country would expect us to.